Tonight, one Troy University fraternity uses spring break to raise awareness.
Plus, castles will soon be built on Troy's campus. Stay tuned. Troy TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for March 4th, 2014. I'm Felicia Payne.
And I'm Courtney Addison. Thank you for joining us this evening. Spring break is right around the corner and many college students are getting ready to hit the road for the beach. And one Troy University fraternity is preparing to head to Panama City, but they won't be driving or taking part in the stereotypical spring break activities. Alpha Tau Omega is using spring break to raise awareness and money for their philanthropy, the Wounded Warrior Project. But they are doing so by walking from Troy University to Pier Park in Panama City Beach, Florida. 15 brothers will participate in this 130-mile walk, which will take around 6 days to complete. Jake Thibodeau is a participant in this year's walk card event and says the reason he chose to walk goes far beyond raising awareness.
Well, for me, it was just a great opportunity, to be something bigger than myself. So many times I take the little things for granted, just, the fact that, I've been blessed with legs to walk and, the fact that I've been brought up by the family that I have been. And so I feel like the walk card is really just an opportunity for me personally to just, be more aware of how I need to be more thankful for the little things in life.
For several years, Troy University's ATO chapter was the only group participating in this event, but recently another chapter has taken on the mission.
There is a school, I believe in Michigan, that actually kind of took our idea and kind of started it, and they walk from Michigan to Canada. And so it's pretty cool just how they kind of fed off of our idea.
And how do you prepare for walking over 20 miles a day?
And so really it's just kind of been mentally preparing, just making sure I have all the right necessities, all the gear I'm going to need, everything to take care of my feet.
And if you're heading south over the break, the participants would love your encouragement.
You see, if you're on the way to Panama City over spring break, you might see us on the side of the road. You can feel free to pull over, talk to us. We'll love to have all the support we can get.
ATO will be having a send-off party for the walkers on Friday morning at 8:30. The send-off will be on the quad, and everyone is invited to attend. Once again, if you'd like to make a donation to support Alpha Tau Omega, you can see any brother or visit their website at www.walkcard.org.
Troy University will be recognized for its conservation efforts in a ceremony tomorrow afternoon. The Arbor Day Foundation has designated Troy as a Tree Campus USA for its commitment to effective urban forest management. The official recognition ceremony will be tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. as a part of the university's Arbor Day observance. A representative from the Alabama Forestry Commission will present university officials with a flag and a Tree Campus USA plaque. There will also be a free tree giveaway featuring Japanese maple and oak seedlings as a part of the observance. Well, Courtney, spring break is next week, and I'm dreaming about the sun and the sand. And when you were younger, did you ever build a sandcastle?
Felicia, I actually did. But tomorrow, some Troy University students have a chance to build castles, but it won't be out of sand. And as Haley Greathouse shows us, these castles will help feed the hungry.
Once a year, students team up to build castles to help prevent hunger in the Pike County area. This is the third year that the Troy University Office of Service Learning and Civic Engagement has held a can castle contest.
And it's an opportunity for teams to just gather together, get a minimum of 100 cans, and build a can castle, have some fun, while also raising awareness to hunger, as well as those cans that they use in the can castle will go to food banks in the county.
But why is this important for the Pike County area?
Alabama is the sixth poorest state in the country, and in Pike County, 35% of children live below the federal poverty line, and 27.5% of working adults live below the poverty line as well. So, that's roughly a quarter to a third of our population is below federal poverty line. That does not include people that make over $23,000 a year for a family of four. That would be working poor. So there's definitely a lot of needs.
There are serious needs in the community, and the cans are spread across several different organizations. The impact of the contest extends far beyond our community, though, and Sealand hopes that students will take the lessons learned and carry them throughout their lives.
This is a fun activity. The object is to enjoy some friendly competition, but beyond that is to become aware of a need that exists out in our community and start to bridge that gap between the campus and the community, where our students are involved and they understand some of the needs that are going on here locally. So when they graduate, they can go forward and participate and lead in their communities wherever they end up.
Haley Greathouse, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The contest will start tomorrow at 1 p.m. on the Barnes & Noble patio.
And now taking a look at news from around the state, authorities are investigating a fire that claimed the life of a woman outside Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's deputies, firefighters, and police responded to the home in the Holt community of Tuscaloosa County just after 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Authorities say 28-year-old Lankendale Church was found inside the burned home when her mother returned home from work.
And Alabama's coast is in a wash in parades and parties as the Mardi Gras season comes to a conclusion. Fat Tuesday marks the end of Carnival, and parades are rolling in Baldwin and Mobile counties to bring the annual celebration to an end. The biggest events are in Mobile, which has 5 separate parades on tap. Festivities are supposed to end by midnight when the pre-Easter season of Lent begins for Christians.
An Alabama lawmaker is looking to create a sales tax holiday for consumers buying guns and ammunition. Republican Representative Becky Nordgren of Gadsden said Monday that she has filed legislation to create an annual state sales tax for gun and ammunition purchases. The firearms tax holiday would occur every weekend prior to the 4th of July.
And still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, the baseball teams host the Sanford Bulldogs tonight at home. Mitchell Spoon will give us a full game recap when he joins us in sports. Now Mitchell Spoon joins us with sports. So Mitchell, while a lot of students are really getting geared up for spring break, a lot of the athletes are still playing games throughout the rest of this week.
That's right. Baseball has a game tonight at Riddle Pace Field. Women's basketball has a game tomorrow night at Trojan Arena, and Thursday night men's basketball has a game. So plenty of opportunities for students to get involved right before spring break. But I get more into that right now in sports. Following a disappointing series loss to Southern Mississippi over the weekend, the Trojans are looking to bounce back with tonight's matchup against the Sanford Bulldogs at Riddle Pace Field. The Trojans come into tonight's game with a 7-5 record, while the Bulldogs head in with a 6-4 record. Over the weekend, Sanford defeated Butler twice as well as Purdue. The Trojans entered the game leading the Sun Belt in home runs with 13 and stolen bases with 20. They also lead in strikeouts, with the pitching staff putting away 105 batters so far this season. The Trojans will release freshman Jesse Nelson onto the mound for tonight's event. Nelson pitched 5 solid innings in the win over Florida A&M last week. Head coach Bobby Pierce says to expect this matchup to be a classic one.
I think we're going to have to play a really good ball game against them. They've won their last 4, so they're on a little bit of a roll, and they're going to want to continue to ride that momentum if possible. And we just lost a series, so we're going to fight to get back on the winning side of things and get another win under our belt before the weekend. So I expect it to be a typical Troy-Sanford game, which is hard fought. You're going to have to play well to win.
The Trojans are 38-17 all-time against Sanford, including a 23-4 record at home. First pitch is scheduled for 6 p.m. And the women's basketball team has already clinched a spot in next week's Sun Belt Championship tournament, but will look to improve their seeding when they take on UT Arlington tomorrow night in Trojan Arena. The Trojans come to tomorrow's game with a 5-game home winning streak on the line, as well as being in a 3-way tie for 6th place with UL Monroe and UL Lafayette. Troy is just 1 game behind 5th place Georgia State, who plays at UALR tonight. Troy is coming off of a close 91-87 loss at UL Monroe on Saturday. They enter tomorrow's night's game leading the Sun Belt in scoring and are in the top 3 in rebounds, 3-pointers made, assists, blocks, steals, and turnover margin. Troy is led by All-America and Sun Belt Player of the Year candidate Joanna Harden, who leads the Sun Belt in scoring with 26 points per game. Head coach Shannon Rigby says having Harden on the team is a great boost going into the matchup.
She's a big hope for us because no matter who you're playing, if you got Joanna Harden on your side, there's a very good chance you can come out and win no matter what else happens, because she can score on anyone in any defense. So just the hope factor and the bringing the 25 points a night, that's not bad either.
Trojans are 1-1 all-time against the Mavericks, including an 85-62 victory in Arlington earlier this season. And the Troy softball team will be making a quick journey over to Atlanta to take on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets on Wednesday for the team's first midweek game of the season. The students are coming off a successful weekend at the Eagle Classic with a 4-1 showing. For the Yellow Jackets, they didn't have as good of a weekend as Troy did, going 1-2 against Boston College to open up ACC play. Troy enters the matchup with a 9-2 record, where Georgia Tech boasts an 11-4 record. Head coach Melanie Davis said this game is a great chance for her team to show how good they can really be.
It is a great opportunity for us to pick up a quality win against an ACC opponent. They will be challenging. They have a lot of speed. We have no idea who they'll pitch against us, but good pitching throughout their staff. So it'll be a good challenge for us that, again, will help us continue to be a better team after each competition and do well, hopefully, in the UCF tournament and on in as we look forward to Sun Belt play.
The Trojans are 12-11 all-time against the Yellow Jackets, including 8-6 in Atlanta. The last meeting between the two schools came during the 2007 season, with Troy winning 4-2. And the women's golf team finished up their final round of play earlier today at the Kiowa Island Classic. Troy finished tied for 6th place alongside with Arkansas State with a final score of 9-13. Individually, the Trojans had 2 golfers placed in the top 10, with juniors Taylor McGraw and Brooke Spinks tying for 8th place with a score of 8 over par. Fellow junior Sydney Conrad placed in the top 50, tied at 45th with a score of 16 over par, while freshman Becca Horner, who just missed the top 50, placed tied for 53rd with a score of 17 over par. The team will be back on the links in the 3M Lady Jaguar Intercollegiate on March 14th through the 16th. So, Courtney, Felicia, plenty of opportunities, like I said earlier, for students to go out before spring break hits. That hopefully, all the students will pack the stands tonight at Ruder Pace Field for the Sanford game.
Hopefully, Victoria will have good news in weather, and we'll be able to see some sunshine later on in the week for these games at home. And hopefully, all the students who maybe have a couple classes off and want to, take their spring break a little early can all get out and watch the Trojan athletics.
Of course.
Thanks.
Thank you.